Hi, Heather here from Living with Rheumatology. Living life with rheumatology. I just want to talk today a wee bit about, the side effects and what happens to us. People call this disease the silent disease because sometimes to the average person who doesn't know much about rheumatology and about rheumatoid arthritis, they think it's very much like arthritis, but they don't see, the day to day of living with pain and living how it affects our bodies, our minds, the anxiety that we have because, we can't do the things that we used to be able to do. I still count myself as, there's still a few years in me yet, but it's so debilitating, this disease. Just this weekend, I've had neuralgia caused from the drugs that I take. I'm very prone to upper tract infections. So I had neuralgia, just even touching the top of my head was sore. Chewing was sore. Earache, constant. It's just horrible. And then last night I had a really poor night. We're so tired and we go to bed, but we can't actually sleep. It's the weirdest thing ever. And at 3:30 this morning, my back started playing up and I was in agony and ended up having to take a tramadol painkiller just to try and help me get some sleep. But I was still wide awake at 10 to 5 this morning. And we're supposed to live our lives and carry on regardless with how we feel. Just even going out to pick up the bin and take the bin in after it had been emptied. So it's an empty bin and I'm wheeling it back. That's agony to me. I just don't think that people realise just what we go through on a daily basis. And I go on these sites and I read, people of what we're having to cope with. And it's very, very hard. Not to say, as well, there's lots of side effects that we have with drugs. The drug I'm on now only came out a year and a half ago, and it has what they call a black box warning that it may cause cancer. And you have to look at the fact, does it make my life better? Am I able to move? And yes, it did make my life. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's not perfect by any means. I still have mobility issues. Every day is a chore, and there are no 2 days that are the same for people that suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. What you could do yesterday, you might not be able to do today, and vice versa. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Every day's a challenge. It's a challenge to get up in the morning. It's a challenge to, go out and do things. I think, as I've become older and I've been more aware of this disease, it's made me more antisocial. You don't keep in contact with people that you used to because you're too tired. It's too much of a strain to do that. So people think that you can't be bothered, when inside, you would love to be able to go and do that. But, there's reasons why you can't, whether it's your health. And I know for me, with affecting my health, it also affects the fact that I can't work. And I worked all my days. So it's really hard because you're losing out financially as well. And that's another added side effect. I know that, it makes you anxious because, you know, to do these things and to be on benefits, you know, as I said in my first video, I worked for, you know, almost 20 years with the diagnosis. And there were several times when I couldn't work, where I would be off work for like 3 months at a time due to the pain and the anxiety caused by a flare up. I will talk in another video about what happened to me 3 years ago. But I would just like to say, you know, to people out there with rheumatoid arthritis, you're not alone, that we're all going through different things, but we appreciate how much pain and the suffering that you go through with your body on a daily basis. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, thumbs up, and if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye for now.